Can you help? Can you help me? Can you help? Self-Helpless! Can you help? Can you help me? Can you help? Self-Helpless! Can you help? Can you help me? Can you help? Self-Helpless!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Self-Helpless. I'm Kelsey Cook.
I'm Taylor Tomlinson.
I'm Delaney Fisher.
Happy 2020, baby.
Yeah.
What up? New year, new us. Not really, but
Not really.
Just kidding. Still living in my sweatpants.
Same as 1 week ago.
are you guys gonna set New Year's resolutions?
Oh,
I did,
probably.
You did.
I haven't
Well,
yet.
didn't we talk about that at our year wrap
I guess
up?
we did. Yeah, setting intentions instead of specific goals.
Yeah, my only one is to take better care of myself. I'm not doing anything career related. If shit happens, great. But my only goal is to try to take care of my body
Yeah.
and not be an asshole to myself. You know what I mean? I was just talking to Taylor about this. I have this terrible mentality that I'm trying to break. That it's I'm not allowed to take care of myself until all the work is done. And
yeah.
the work is never done. And so I don't
Yeah.
get around to taking care of myself. And so I really want my, the way I take care of my body to be the first priority and work to be second.
Well, and how good of work can you do when you're running your body into the ground?
Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
that has an expiration date for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Logically,
Yeah.
I know these things.
Yeah.
But, I'm getting better at just taking little chunks of time during the day to do nice things for myself. But I'd like to increase that and be consistent.
Yeah. Just a little, maybe this will help you encourage you on your path to
Yes.
self-care.
Please do.
So if there's new listeners, Delaney is notorious for not doing her hair. She's very, very set in her ways that she can do it herself. But I went and saw Malika, who is mine and Taylor's hairdresser. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And I told Malika that you, Delaney, have been doing creative consulting. Malika would like to get some help with some Reiki stuff with creative consulting. And she
nice.
said she would trade a hair service for a consulting session.
Oh, I could do that for sure.
She's great.
You
I could do that for
better
sure.
take
Yeah,
advantage
yeah,
of it.
I would take
will
that.
freak out if you don't.
I would totally take that.
Okay.
And I plan to get my hair done with her for the wedding. To get my
great.
hair colored
and cut.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I'll probably do it a couple months out just so it can grow out a little bit.
Sure.
Because that's how I like it looking. But yeah, I plan
That's
to
like
hit her
a
up.
year
Yeah.
and a half away.
Actually, update, it might be sooner. It might be at a different location. I'll tell you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, it might be sooner at a different location, 10 minutes away. So,
Ooh.
super convenient as well. Yeah.
That's great.
Oh my God,
So-
I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, so it might be closer to a year and
Okay.
yeah, in the area.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
can't wait to
A
hear.
little bit more cash than the other place.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna be hitting up Malika in about 6 months instead of a year.
Okay.
Wow.
Or 8 months.
Fair enough. Today we're going to be talking about procrastination, which I think is a great way to start 2020, is tackling the thing that is in a lot of people's ways for getting their New Year's resolutions going.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe we haven't done a procrastination episode.
I know. I was dumbfounded because I think we've sprinkled it in,
We did
but-
one on productivity.
right. And
Oh, maybe that's what
the
it was.
opposite.
yeah, this one is hitting home for me right now because I've been really struggling with this the last several months. So I'm very excited
Yeah.
to dig into this.
We have a great quotable. Tay, do you want to share the quotable?
I would like to share the quotable. This is from Benjamin Franklin. Heard of him? That's my favorite stupid bit we do on this podcast now. We go, Oprah, maybe you know her. And the quote is, "You may delay, but time will not."
Oh,
Jesus.
That
damn,
makes that makes me think about death, but it's fine. You may
true.
eat your supplements, but time will still kill you. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, get your homework done, kids.
Time is a real fickle bitch.
yeah.
It is.
Dude, you know what quote I fucking hate? And I think I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this. I hate the time heals all wounds quote. Because I don't think it's time heals all wounds. I think it's what you do in that time that can heal wounds. If you sit in the same spot for 10 years and don't do anything differently, that wound might still feel very, very, very painful. You know what I mean? But it's if you are maybe changing up the environment
Yeah.
or you're getting into therapy or trying new things, then I feel like, okay, the wound's still going to be there, but maybe you're coping a little bit better with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, time heals physical wounds.
Yes, there you go.
But not emotional.
Yeah. I just don't think that's true, because I've also, like, you can see it, maybe somebody in your life, or maybe you felt this way, where you can feel stuck for several years, and it maybe is because you're not changing some stuff up.
Yeah.
And so that wound can still feel just as bad as it did yesterday, or feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
I
what
think
I mean?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd put that. Sorry, Ben Franklin. I had to steamroll that quote.
Your own quote.
Well, his quote wasn't "Time heals all wounds."
Yeah, I know. I mean, I had to yeah. I mostly
He's on the $100 now, bitch. Got my
I
new
agree
quote.
with BF.
Yeah.
I do. All right. So we're going to talk about procrastination.
Procrastination.
We're going to outline types of procrastinators, the negative outcomes of procrastinating, and strategies to overcome it. So some stats you might want to know. Approximately 20% of U.S. adults are chronic procrastinators. I feel like that's kind of low. I
feel
feel
that's
like
low,
a
too.
lot of people struggle with procrastination.
Yeah.
But I guess chronically, maybe not.
The other 80% didn't get around to answering.
I was just going to say.
This survey.
Oh, Jesus
man.
Christ.
And in large part, procrastination reflects struggles with self-control and mood regulation. And the types of procrastination, oh man, this is good. Thrill seekers wait until the last minute in order to reap a euphoric rush.
What up, Kelsey?
So maybe some adrenaline people in the house.
Hello.
Everybody. It just
Mrs. Doubtfired that.
I did.
Oh my gosh, another type of procrastinator, avoiders, putting off tasks because of fear of failure or even success.
What up?
Hey, Taylor.
Oh boy. And the decisional procrastinators avoid making decisions because they believe not making a decision absolves them of responsibility for the outcomes. Oh my God. I'm a mix of number 1 and 2, the thrill seeker and the avoider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
gosh.
number 2. I'm definitely an avoider.
I'm a hard one.
Hard one. Yeah.
Hard one.
Hard one.
Hard
Yeah.
one, baby. Seeking that thrill.
I would say 50-50 for me, 1 and 2. Decisional one, I don't identify with that one.
I don't feel like that's a very type A way to think about things.
Right.
I feel like Kane is a decisional procrastinator. Like, I think that's a big thing. If you're not a type A person, you're just like, if I just don't think about it, it's not going to bother me.
That's Cam.
Yeah.
Cam does not really make decisions. I'm like, I wonder.
yeah,
wonder
I
if
think
you
that's
fear the responsibility of the
that's
outcome.
them for sure.
Yeah.
How do non-procrastinators differ from procrastinators? So in most cases, procrastination is not a sign of a serious problem. It's a common tendency that we all give into at some point or another. When procrastination becomes so chronic that it begins to have a serious impact on a person's daily life, it can be indicative of maladaptive lifestyle. Non-procrastinators do not exhibit maladaptive lifestyles. They focus on the task that needs to be done, have a strong personal identity, are less concerned about what others think.
Ooh, that's a good point. So much of procrastination is worrying about the outcome and how you'll be perceived. I've never thought about it that way. I've always just thought of it in a very self-focused way where I'm like, ooh, if I do a bad job, I'm going to feel bad about me. Or, if I succeed and it's too much for me and I can't handle it, then that's about me again. But I'm sure there is also some of that mixed in where I'm like, ooh, if I don't do anything, then no one will look at me.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Dude, perfectionism and procrastination go hand in hand.
Oh, absolutely.
All of my procrastination stems from the perfectionistic tendencies I have.
Yes.
And of like trying to prevent shame as much as possible. And, this concept of, failure or whatever that might look like. Or I don't know. For me, I've talked about this. I have a hard time making rough drafts of stuff.
Yes.
And even though it is a rough draft, I treat it like it's not. And I try to do as much as I can with the resources and knowledge I have at that time. And sometimes if I do like the rough draft, I'm like, oh, well, if I did this, I could probably one-up it somehow before I release it or before I put it out there, whatever. And I think I talked about this with my my senior thesis a long time ago on one of our episodes where I was supposed to turn in a rough draft and I pretty much turned in a completed thesis that I killed myself over making. And my professor was like, this is like the most, cogent, rough
Yeah.
draft I've ever seen. It's basically done. Just tweak a few things. And I was like, okay, but I could have not killed myself and spread that work
Yeah.
over time and not been insane and had the same outcome.
Yeah.
But instead I stayed up all night for several weeks making this rough draft that I knew wasn't a rough draft. I knew I was trying to make the whole thing happen.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck did I do that?
Do you think you'll be rejected if it's not good enough the first time?
I think I must have felt that way. Like, oh my God, I really respect this professor. I can't believe she's agreeing to work with me. I want to make sure it's like the best fucking rough draft she's ever fucking read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
all this unnecessary pressure where she did not give a shit. She was not going to care. Like she was
Yeah.
probably expecting stuff that, was like, oh, needs a lot of work. All right, here's the next pass kind of thing. And so I don't even know if her reaction was good or if she was concerned about me.
Right.
It's like, all right, a little extra.
Okay, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have agreed to this. But I think I'm much better about it now. But as a 22-year-old, I was obviously still figuring some shit out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say-
No, you go ahead.
what's tough about stand up is that even your rough drafts have to be done in front of an audience of people, which puts so much pressure on you to have it be as perfect as possible the first time because you're trying to avoid the pain of a joke not going well,
Yeah.
which is again very negative reinforcement for a perfectionist. It's like that's not very healthy.
Yeah.
But it's just part of it, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I did shows in Reno last weekend, and it was very helpful and productive. But I did 50 to 55 minutes a night, and I was like, okay, you're not gonna. I let myself do one joke from the hour, and then everything else was like, it has to be. You just have to work on new stuff. I had a notebook up on stage with me, which I never do. Looking at it the entire hour,
Right. Yeah.
I never do that. I felt bad, and it's even when
It's
you're
Reno, it's fine.
It's Reno, it's fine.
They deserve it. They
Thank you for
chose
coming.
to be there.
If you came, thank you so much. I know we had some podcast people. I appreciate you. But yeah, I very much took that weekend to work out new material, and I know for me, I would like watching people work on stuff. So it's not necessarily even a huge disappointment to people, and I'm nobody, but
oh, hush.
it really, you do just feel like shit feeling, not even being, but just feeling mediocre. And this is just the process of, really doing anything creative, but we just know about stand-up is anytime you need new material, you're going to have to fall on your ass for a little while.
Dust your knees
to
off.
get it.
I love that quote from Artist Way that says, you can't get better and look good at the same time.
Yes.
And hold on to that one a lot. Try new stuff. It's like, all right, you got to do it. You got to just go and try or else you're not going to get better.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that's why a lot of people, including myself, when I did stand up, would get stuck doing the same bits over and over because you're nervous to do new shit and it not to go well. And you have your old faithfuls that what reaction you get. And yeah, that was always a constant struggle. Oh my God, I didn't put in any time into writing new stuff today. So I guess I'm just going to have to fucking do this other shit and maybe throw some new things in there a little bit. And then you'd feel like, I would feel like shit after, being like, oh my God, I just did the same jokes that I've been doing for a while. You know what I mean? It's like this awful cycle of shit.
Yeah, that's also a bad feeling when you don't push yourself. It's a
Yes.
bad feeling to try new stuff and bomb, but at least you're like, I was courageous and tried something.
Right.
But if you just phone it in and you know you could have tried something, that's that cowardly. You walk away with your tail between your legs, ah.
Yeah, and it goes with anything. If you don't go for the promotion or you don't go for the job or whatever, if you are so afraid to fail that you do nothing, you're going to end up failing just by
Yeah,
default.
that is failure.
Yeah,
I think doing nothing is failure. I don't think trying and it not going well is failure.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
just learned,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, according to research by educational psychologists Huckman, Abry, and Smith, there are 15 common reasons why people procrastinate. Not knowing what needs to be done, not knowing how to do something, not wanting to do something, not caring if it gets done or not caring when something gets done, not feeling in the mood to do it, being in the habit of waiting until the last minute, believing that you work better under pressure, thinking that you can finish it at the last minute, lacking the initiative to get started, forgetting, blaming sickness or poor health, waiting for the right moment, needing time to think about the task, or delaying one task in favor of working on another.
Ooh, remember in
Okay.
school when you're like, I work better under pressure.
Oh, God. Dude.
I'm
What do you
gonna
mean in
wait
school?
until-
That's still me.
I know. You're like, pressure makes diamonds. You're so stupid.
Did you ever like meet the people in college that like got the paper done 3 days early? And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh
Wait,
my
you're
gosh.
You're not working on this until 10 minutes before class. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, how did you have that discipline to do that and like plan that out ahead of time? And I'm trying to get much better at that, but I'm still really struggling.
I would plan out procrastinating. I would be like, can you do something Thursday night? It's like, ooh, that essay's due Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need to do that Thursday. It's like, well, it's Monday. You have 3 days. It's like, I know, but I'm just not going to
That's my
want to
time.
do it till then.
Right time. Yeah.
So tough. Which ones do you guys identify with this list on why you think you procrastinate?
Oh, I definitely do delaying one task in favor of working on another.
Yeah.
I was just watching. So Raw Beauty Christie is one of my favorite YouTube beauty people to watch, and she vlogs a lot and was talking about half work. Have you guys heard of half work?
No. Is that when you do, like, you clean
a
because you want to be
procrastinating?
productive, but you don't do the thing that needs to get done?
A little bit, yeah. Or it's like you'll start something and then you check your phone, and it's like you don't just sit down and commit to finishing one task in one allotted amount of time. Instead,
Yeah.
you're kind of like breaking it up, but not in a healthy way. Not like, okay, I'm going to do this part of
Right.
this project now. It's like a task that should take you 20 minutes ends up taking you 2 hours.
Yep.
Because you're only working on it in a half, like a 50% way, and you're still letting yourself be distracted. So I do that a lot. And as soon as she said that, I was like, wow, that really resonates with me. And I've tried to be more aware of that now. If I feel myself like reaching for my phone because I hit a part in whatever work I'm doing that is like a little bit of a struggle, I go, wait, like, I know why you're reaching for your phone right now, but you just need to like push through and fucking finish this. So yeah.
Yeah, dude. One of our lovely helpsters and one of my creative consulting clients, shout out to Brittany, recommended a great podcast to me recently called The Perfectionism Project by Sam Laura Brown. And she talks about perfectionism and procrastination and all that stuff. And I don't know if she coined this phrase or if somebody else did, but procrastinating. That's what I do. I like to clean
yes.
in between
Yeah, that's
all
what I
of
was
my
saying.
work.
yes.
And I clean right when I wake up. I clean in between my projects. I clean throughout the day in little tiny sections or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, that's a thing. Because I don't feel like I'm procrastinating when I'm doing it because I'm doing something, quote unquote productive.
Yeah.
But I'm totally avoiding the work. And for me, the biggest one on this list that why I procrastinate is like not feeling like I know how to do something. Like feeling like, oh my God, my skills are really lacking in this department. It's going to be easier for me to avoid it than to confront the fact that I might not know how to do something. It might take a little bit more work. It might take some more looking into. I might have to ask for help. That's a big reason why I avoid it. Or just I'm worried that it's not going to be perfect. And I'm worried that it's going to, an email will take me so fucking long to draft up and send because I'm worried about typos and I'm worried about getting all my thoughts out in a, cohesive way, all this stuff. And oh my God.
Yeah.
Just being inside my mind is like a fucking prison sometimes, Ever feel that way where it's like, God, will you just shut up?
Yeah.
Like, how do I turn this shit off?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one time I do really get to cleaning is when there's a project due.
Yes.
Boy, if you want this house clean, just put something in front of me that I really need to do, and I will clean the whole house
Yeah.
before completing the one thing I actually need to do.
Yep. Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. Negative outcomes of procrastination. Mental health issues. Procrastination is linked to mental health problems like stress and anxiety.
Never heard of them.
What? Also, procrastination may damage your self-esteem and self-confidence. Erosion of professional or personal relationships. If you are unreliable, your reputation inevitably gets tarnished. People may stop trusting or depending on you. This may mean you are not offered professional opportunities nor are trusted enough to have deep personal relationships. That's true. If you don't show
Yeah.
up for people,
For sure.
then they stop expecting you to be able to.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are mistaken for like being flakes or something when really it's a lot of perfectionism and anxiety around
Yeah.
that and stuff like that.
Yes.
Man, I see. Because if you guys haven't listened to the four tendencies episode that we did, I don't have a problem showing up for other people. I have a problem showing up for myself because I'm an obliger. And so if somebody needs me to do something or be somewhere, like I'm there, but I have a hard time having that same kind of discipline and respect for myself.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I have that type of issue where people might think I'm unreliable or something. But I could see where perfectionism and procrastination can get in the way of that, being a
But
thing.
you can feel unreliable to yourself.
Yes, I'm unreliable to myself. I'm such a flake on myself. I flake constantly on myself. I blow myself off all the time. Yeah, every day.
That's why I had to tell my therapist, like, hey, I want to be meditating every day, but like, I got to check in with you. Like, I need an accountability person, or else I will find a way out of this.
Yeah.
I will not hold myself accountable.
Yeah. I know a lot of my clients do that with me. I'm the person that they email and they tell that I'm going to do this thing and all that. Because it depends on your personality type, like what you actually need. And Cam has been this person for me too. I'm like, I'm just going to email you every Friday and tell you what kind of progress I made. You don't even have to respond, or just respond okay. But just knowing that somebody else is seeing it can be a very helpful tool.
Yeah.
For sure. So some strategies towards conquering procrastination. Number 1, write down your goal and give yourself a deadline. A goal without a deadline can be put off indefinitely. Yeah. I mean, I guess
It still doesn't work for me sometimes
Me
though,
neither.
because it's not a real fucking deadline if it's for myself.
Man,
That's what's so hard.
I am wiggly.
Yeah.
I fucking wriggle out of shit so easily if it's not without outside accountability.
Yeah.
Number 2, understand the reasons why you are delaying completing a task. I think that's helpful. Do you procrastinate out of fear? Do you procrastinate for the adrenaline rush? Know the type of procrastinator you are, thrill seeker, avoider, or decisional. Understanding your tendency is the first step in changing it. I agree with that one. Very
Yes, absolutely.
break your goal into small pieces. The bigger your goal, the more quickly it can feel overwhelming. Break it into manageable bite-sized steps.
Yes.
You don't have to know every step of the way, just the next few steps immediately ahead. Your next steps will become obvious as you move along.
Yeah, it's
I
like
do
when
that.
you're running and you just stare at your feet and then you're like, ooh, I've gone a mile.
Yeah, no, I do. I think that's super helpful. And then you always feel good after you actually show up and complete that small baby step. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I actually did this thing, but it's putting too many things on your list and feeling like even if you complete the baby step, you got 50 more to go. And then you still feel like you fucked up or whatever.
Yeah. It's good to be reminded too, the whole your next steps will become obvious as you move along, because I
Yes.
think that can get me stuck in the procrastination trap of
Yes.
but I don't know, what am I going to do when I get to the end of this project or whatever, and it's like you'll be different by that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll know more.
The
You'll
steps
see
will
it.
reveal themselves.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Number 4, solidify your motivation by visualizing the future you want. Imagine the emotions you will feel. Picture yourself in a favorite place celebrating what you've accomplished. Imagine those who love you most celebrating your success. I like that.
I like that too. Do we buy into the visualization? Do we think that works? I kind of do. Yeah.
I for sure do.
I think it's helpful, but I think, and I think studies have been done to prove this point, that we are more likely to be motivated by getting out of pain than we are to be moving towards pleasure. And so visualizing the celebration dinner and stuff like that, that's all good and fun, and that's a great motivator, but also reminding yourself what will happen if you don't do this thing. You're going to still be you might feel stuck, you might feel miserable, things might not change for you, that kind of stuff. Where it's
Yeah.
if you're already pretty content moving towards something that's just going to kind of up your game, you might not be as motivated to do, versus if you are not in a great situation. I have never been more motivated than when I was in a day job that I hated. I was every single day I was working my ass off to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like, oh my God, I work from home, this is pretty great. It's generally pretty awesome. My motivation has been very different, because I don't think I'm
Interesting.
quote unquote in as much pain anymore.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that might be subjective. I mean, some people
Yeah.
might work better to picture the great stuff
Yeah.
as opposed to the pain, or vice versa.
I think do both.
Yeah.
I do both.
Yeah.
Well, there's all those quotes about what you focus on is what's gonna come to fruition.
Yeah.
Even if it's you going I don't want this to happen, I don't want this to happen, I
Yeah.
don't want this to happen, and that's what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really bought into the visualization thing, but I think I kind of did after I got the Netflix special, because I visualized that a lot, because I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? And the visualizing is kind of the best part.
It's
It's the
because
most fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make it like as amazing as you want it in your head.
Yeah. And it was great. Like filming my special was great. It still wasn't as good as thinking about it for a few months. That was fun. Like,
Don't they say that the joy you get from like visualizing an upcoming vacation or something big can be as powerful, if not more, than the actual joy you get from doing the thing.
absolutely.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like the likes rolling in on a picture as opposed to actually, going to the 4th of July party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There you
get
go.
excited about like, oh, this like I could level up my situation. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's not like I'm super unhappy or something, like, oh, this could be even better.
Yeah.
Which can also be addicting though. So I feel like,
For
you know.
sure. Number 5, harness fear. Write down how you will feel a year from now if you do nothing. Oh, hey,
there it is.
that's your
There you
step right
go.
there. Be really honest with yourself about the cost of continued inaction. I do like that. Know the distractions you repeatedly turn to when you procrastinate and eliminate them. So what do you find yourself doing when you feel overwhelmed? Do you get on Facebook? Do you online shop? Proactively prevent yourself from engaging in these distractions and be aware if you find yourself doing them. Completely agree. And that's what I was just saying with my phone. Like I just am I don't even think. I just tap Instagram and it takes me a second to be like, wow, I just did that compulsively without even
Oh, yeah.
realizing, just to get lost.
One thing, if you are a procrastinator like I am, I will clean the night before, so I don't have any cleaning to do the next day, and then I'm really sitting with
Trick
myself,
yourself.
like, oh shit, I can get right to work,
Yeah.
and here I am.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah,
Good
there's
for
no other
you.
way to feel productive. Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
like-
good hot tip.
Yeah, hot tip:
Hot
clean the
tip,
night
hot
before
tip.
if that's your issue.
Number 7, create a productive workspace. I feel like you're just predicting our race.
I know, seriously.
Different environments have different impacts on our productivity. Look at your workspace. Does it make you want to work? If it does not, you should look into changing your workspace.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I have to have a clear workspace, nothing on it, no distractions. I told you that stupid thing I did where I hung pictures of flowers or plants in my workspace. I didn't want to like take care of physical plants, but I heard somewhere that having plants in your workspace can make you feel more productive or whatever. Whatever you can do. So now there's some plants on my wall just that I painted.
Oh my god. Number 8, build accountability. Enlist a support team or an accountability partner. Set up a time to check in regularly and let them know ways in which they can help. Number 9, reward progress. Set up a reward system to ensure you celebrate progress and small successes as you go along.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, yeah.
So important. Be nice to
You
yourself.
have to. You can't just like, okay, when this is all done, then I'll celebrate, because that might be several months down the road, depending on what you're working on. I like to reward myself with a TV show. I'd be like, okay, if I do this thing and I work for an hour on this thing that I've been avoiding, I get to watch. Oh my god, I've been watching Euphoria. So good. So good. Oh my god,
I gotta watch it.
Okay, so
So
I've been
good.
rewarding myself with that.
Oh, I can't wait for you to finish. So good. And number 10, act bravely daily. Building momentum is crucial as you start out. Commit to stepping out of your comfort zone at least once per day. It can be something really small. It doesn't matter how fast you're going, so long as you are stepping forward in a direction that inspires you. I love this list. This
Yeah,
has
it's
been
really good.
very, very nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
I found that something is super helpful because I'm somebody who struggles with, oh my God, if I don't know how to do something, then I'm fucked. Reach out to somebody who knows how to do it. Reach out to an expert, reach out to a consultant, reach out to a designer, something like that to get you unstuck. You don't have to do it all by yourself, basically.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Got me fired up.
Oh my God. And if I have a personal deadline, like we said, like I can't stick to them, just tell somebody else about your deadline. I told my mom about my deadline for my online course to be done. And so I'm like, okay, check in with me if you can. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like I'm telling people, like, this is when it's going to be done by. And then I'm like, okay, people are kind of going to be checking in. They might be looking for it, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So we have an iTunes review of the episode. You guys want to read that?
Sure. This is from JD Rocknut. For someone who is an admitted self-help skeptic for a long time, I am proud to say that I was wrong. This podcast has truly changed the way I think. It has truly changed the way I think about myself. Every topic they talk about is done with sincerity and humor. These three heroes, they are to me, have turned me into a better person. I will now end with a quotable. Hell yeah.
Hey.
There's no need to color outside the lines when you're a rainbow from within, which is J.C. Wardenar. That's nice.
That is so nice. Thank you.
That's really nice.
Thank you for taking the time to leave such a sweet iTunes review.
Yeah, that's very cool.
If you haven't yet, go give us that 5-star rating and review. We need them.
We do.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
We just crossed 1,700
Wow.
ratings, which is very exciting.
Whoa.
I want to get to 2,000. So
Oh, that's cool.
if you're listening right now, just pull up your app, pull up your computer, click that 5th star. Every rating helps us a ton.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Do we have some segments?
Yeah, do you guys have some segments? Go for it.
I have an update
Okay.
on the sugaring situation downstairs
Oh, boy.
in my basement. So I told you guys on the episode that we talked about it that I immediately scheduled like a 4-week away appointment after getting it done for the first time, because 4 weeks is the cycle of time where you go back in before the follicle has time to like repair itself.
Oh.
Because when you get your hair sugared, it removes the follicle.
Oh.
And so if you go back again before it has time to grow back, it's not as painful. And I just got to say, wow, fucking day and night. Second time, I like didn't feel anything. It
Really?
was so not painful. It was like nothing.
What?
And also because like hardly any hair has grown back, but that's what it's going to be like going forward, is like the longer you do it, it damages the follicle so it doesn't ever grow back. So it's basically like a much more affordable version of lasering.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I just like, I mean, I know I shared a horror story the first time, but now I'm like, man, if you were looking to not have hair in certain places indefinitely, can't recommend it enough.
Is it like waxing where it needs to grow to a certain length before they can do it?
But
Okay.
not like, they were saying like the length of like a grain of rice.
Oh, okay.
It's not as much as I think it needs to be for waxing.
Do you have to go back every 4 weeks? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So monthly.
Monthly thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so happy with it. I just can't wait for 10 years. I was putting myself through trying to do it at home. I was fucking delaneying my pussy. Like, it just is not necessary. There's no need. I was making life so hard.
Is that the new DIY? Delaney it yourself?
Yeah.
That's
I
hilarious.
foresee it. I foresee it in the Facebook group. Oh, yeah.
We
that's
need
funny,
shirts. Delaney it
Dude.
yourself.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
Oh, man. Well,
yeah.
that's good. I'm glad you like your toddler twat. I was gonna say
I'm
Taylor
growing.
Kelsey.
I'm growing back. Hold on now. I'm
okay.
growing the landing strip back.
Oh, you're
Okay.
gonna have a landing strip?
Yeah, I've always had a landing strip.
Oh,
That's
I
always
didn't
what I
know
would
that.
like give
Really?
myself.
A landing strip, not a triangle?
No way.
landing strip. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, how thick is the landing strip down? I mean, like,
I
what is
mean,
that?
like not crazy or anything, but just like I don't know,
Like an
maybe
inch?
an inch,
And that's
maybe
just-
like a couple inches.
Is that
tall,
just
3
because you like the
inches.
what? Okay, I'm like, is it for a look? Is it because you?
I like the way it
feels good?
looks. It's very. I mean, I think I did a tweet about this, but they say that like vertical lines are slimming, so that's why I have a landing strip. No, I mean,
That
like
is
I'm a
so funny.
I'm a wee person,
That's
but I do. I
That's
like.
you know what? I've been getting horizontal stripes, so that's why my pussy looks so wide. Okay.
You got it. It's an optical illusion, man. Yeah.
God,
No,
dude,
but I
that's
did
so
want to try
funny.
the Brazilian for the first time just to see what that looks like, because I don't remember what that looks like since I was like 12 or whatever. And
so
I mean, it's I
You didn't have
think-
pubic hair by 12?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm guestimating here when,
Yeah,
when
okay.
my
Yeah.
puberty hit. I didn't have my period till 8th grade though, so
Oh,
it was
right.
all very
Yeah.
late for me. But yeah, I mean, like I'm glad I gotta look at it to see what it is with the Brazilian. I was
Right.
like, you know what? I missed the landing strip, so
Wow. So she's
That
just gonna
grows back.
sugar every part except
Yeah.
that part. Wow. I see. Mine is just like 5 o'clock shadow all the way around because I just.
Because you did lasering?
Well, no, I didn't laser that. I when I did the laser thing, which it didn't really work well for me. That was just like bikini area and stuff.
Yeah.
But like on my actual vagine, it's all just, I just shave
Yeah.
it. And if it's a little patchy, it's a little patchy. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, you should do it. You would love the result. I know the first time is brutal, but like the second time was so easy, and so it's just bad once, and the results are awesome.
Yeah.
Again,
my
I'm
God.
I don't have any coupon code or anything like that. I don't
Yeah.
get like any points for referring a friend. I swear to God. I just am like, just because I cannot believe I went through what I went through for 10 years just doing it at home and like not.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did we talk
Doing
about
it.
the butt stuff, the butthole hair stuff on Patreon, or was that off the record?
That was off the record.
Oh, dude. Man, we had a very long conversation about butt
Yeah.
hair. And that's really stuck with me. I would still laugh about that.
Did you get that sugared?
Oh yeah, they
She
do
sugared
everything.
all of it.
Oh,
They do
wow.
everything.
Yeah.
They make you put your feet together like in a prayer formation, like butterfly your legs. That's what they do to get all
I-
the hair.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
So you're laying on your back and you spread your legs, but you put your feet together.
What if you're not flexible enough for that?
Can you really not do that?
I mean, how do you have to
Okay,
like...
Delaney will get in shape, and then she'll go sugar.
But like, does it have to be a certain length of your leg? You know what I mean? Like
Nobody
you can-
knows.
It's just whatever. Just put it together.
what?
Just
Yeah.
this.
Just like.
Can you do
Yeah.
this?
I mean, I think yeah.
You can do that.
Delaney's literally trying right now.
This?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
You don't
You're
have
good.
to have your legs flat.
I mean, fairly flat, but somebody can still get in there right now. So they do that, and then to get your butt, you put you grab your legs to your chest, and they do your butt crack.
Like in a fetal position.
Like you're on your back, and
Okay.
you like pull your legs into
Like your knees to
chest.
your
Your
chest.
knees to your chest, yeah. And they just.
I hate everything you said. But I might try it.
awesome. It's awesome. Come on, we'll do it together.
It's not fair because yours doesn't hurt anymore.
But I mean, could you have a better like emotional spirit animal with you?
That's true. That's true. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm willing to try it.
I think I'm more willing to try the butthole part, the butt hair part, than I am the.
I don't know why you
Vagina
care so much about your butthole. I truly do not.
Hairy ass butt crack. That's why.
How hairy could it be? Also, is anyone back there?
I mean, people can get a glimpse. I'm not people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cam can get a glimpse of it if I bend down.
So let me
or if
see.
it's
He
a certain
can see
position.
it.
yeah.
Is his mouth on it?
No.
Then who gives a shit? I'm sorry. I do not understand why it's like, oh, they can see the hair. Yeah, I can see the hair all over their body too, okay? Do you have any idea the kind of shit I have done to men? Like, that's disgusting. Like, you can see a little bit of hair sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm so mad.
I think it's like, in certain positions you can it's really for me
Yeah,
because
it's a confidence
I
thing.
like having a clean butt crack. Like it feels nice. This is something I started doing before I was like dating and stuff. This is something I started a long time ago
Okay.
just for myself,
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Tell me something, Taylor. Have you ever shaved your butt crack?
I don't think so. I
Okay,
did
so
check
you
after
don't-
we had that talk. I don't think I have a lot of hair back there. I'll be
must
honest.
not.
I think that might be part of it too.
You must not.
Do you have a lot?
I am a hairy person. And I
Really?
have very pale skin.
I mean,
and I have
I'm-
very
I'm-
dark hair.
So do I right here, but not back there.
But it's like I'm so pale, and then my hair is so dark. It's so obvious. Where it's
Oh,
like
okay.
some people with fair skin also have fair hair.
Yeah.
That ain't me. I
Yeah.
got it's
dark.
Sasquatch butt crack. You know what I mean? It is not pleasant. And if I go a couple weeks, it is noticeable.
Yeah.
It's noticeable.
but like,
It's a confidence thing.
Yeah, like
I
I
guess.
mean, I just prefer, even if I wasn't like doing it or anything, I think I would still like to have a clean butt.
okay, if it's for you, I've just never met a dude who'd give a shit.
Yeah.
Well, nobody's gonna be like, "Whoa, hey, hold up,
Right.
I can go no further."
Exactly. This is what I don't like.
I don't
think we spend so much time and money on shit that people like not people, dudes don't
Yeah.
even notice, and I'm like, why am I spending this much time in the shower?
Right.
If it is for not, you know.
But it's for me. Like
Yeah.
it makes
If it's for you, yeah.
If it's for you,
I
for
feel
sure.
so much sexier and like more confident to just be in like any fucking position I want to be
Yeah.
in the bedroom when I'm like freshly waxed than when I've, been in winter hibernation.
Right.
Right. Yeah, and I
different.
mean, I guess I'm not like, I keep it groomed and tight and stuff. So I
Right.
guess I'm not one of these people that's like, but I don't even touch it, like that kind of
Right.
thing.
Well,
Like,
yeah. I mean, like,
I get it. Everyone
it's
has
kept in a
different.
reasonable manner.
Yes.
But
I mean,
it is
Cam-
different.
It's
Cam does know
hairless
this.
wherever anyone puts their mouth on. That's like what I feel like. That's just polite. You know,
That's just
But
good
also,
manners.
dudes don't do that. So it's annoying to me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, unless
Cane
they
manscapes.
trim, you know, I'll
Trim
it up.
There's a difference between trim
But they're
and
not, like,
remove.
growing
I don't
hair.
trim.
That's a good
I
point.
remove.
They're not like growing hair outside on their pee hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
yeah.
like is the shaft hairy? Probably not.
Is
Well,
that
yeah.
a thing? Can
No.
guys have
I
hair on
don't-
their shaft?
I don't think so.
I have not come across it. But you know, Cam does notice if I shave or not, and it's like a joking.
does?
It's like a jokingly thing. Like, he calls.
He's not like, thank
sometimes
God.
he calls it Patch Adams. Because
That's hilarious.
I think sometimes I'll shave it, but I don't go. It's like, okay, I shaved it enough to where it's shorter, but it's not fully shaved, and so
I'm making you an appointment right now.
Patch
Patch
Adams.
Adams cannot continue.
That's hysterical.
there's certain areas where I just didn't make it, you know, and it's just how it is. It's better than it was, but it's not complete.
Dude,
That's how it is most of
telling
the
you.
time.
I don't think I could be totally bald. I think that would be too much. I would feel weird.
I would not recommend it. I'm glad I did it just to see, but like now I'm grateful that it still can grow back to like have a landing strip now. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh my god, you guys will feel so powerful. You will just be like Rihanna. Like you can do anything.
The only
with a
reason it
freshly
sounds
waxed
good is that
basement.
yeah. The only thing that sounds good about it is just not having to worry about it.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Like
it's
it's
like
growing back less and less or something.
Yeah, it's
Do they
great.
just do butthole? Do they just do butt
Sure.
crack?
Sure,
If I'm
they'll
like,
do
look,
anything.
I'm just looking for the butt crack.
they
to
do
start.
anything. You could just start with a butt crack and
That
see
probably
how
wouldn't
it
even
feels.
hurt that bad.
Right, because
It
I
hurts
feel like
less then.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it's a little bit thicker skin or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well,
Have you guys seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
no.
Okay, when Margot Robbie walks out and she's got a landing strip, I mean,
Oh, I
I
forgot
know,
about that.
like, I get that guys are like, oh, I don't care, whatever. I'm just happy that there's a hole. But like, when she walks out in that landing strip, that is so fucking hot. Like,
Yeah?
I do think there's. I mean, it's different for everybody, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can make shit look real sexy.
Would you ever vajazzle it or whatever that? Remember that?
Sorry,
that
what?
phase? Remember people were putting like
Jewels
sequins
and
and shit
jewels?
on there. They were like, wasn't it jewels?
Yeah.
Vajazzle.
Yeah.
I just do a little like beads, like Captain Jack Sparrow's beard. When Michael Scott comes back from Jamaica and he just has the one beaded hair, I just do that down there. Oh god.
Oh boy. Well, other segment.
Jesus, that
That
was
was a long one.
quite
That was
the
quite-
tangent.
quite- the
Yeah.
tangent.
Where are we at?
I love when that happens when we're
Oh,
just like,
man.
are we gonna say things that are revealing? We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had something and I forgot. Do you have a segment, Delaney?
I
had one.
You know, I like that whole hot rec segment that we're trying to bring around.
Oh,
where
yeah.
the recommendations.
Absolutely.
I have so many. I'm just going to share. I'll share one. If you have a hard time getting yourself to like move and exercise and stuff, on days that I watch a YouTube video by Kiara Lachey. She is like a hip hop fitness lady. She is fantastic, and all her videos on YouTube, all different like lengths and stuff like that.
Wait, I want to watch
If
this.
I wake up and I do one of those videos, I just have a better day. It's just actually making an effort to actually do it. And so I highly recommend if you're like a, I don't know, work from home person and
Yeah.
you want to get a workout in or whatever that might be.
Can you spell her name?
Yes. Let me find her on Instagram because I
Okay.
don't want to misspell her name. But I really like it. She's super fun. And it's like, I think, I've tried trying to do the stretching and the yoga and stuff like that. But honestly, just doing something a little bit, for me, that's a little bit more fun and like active and stuff, I think has been really great. So on Instagram, she is Kiara Lachey, KEAIRA. LASHAE, and she's got a great YouTube channel, and she's like, yeah, it's a blast. And so I think that's going to be like my new movement that I
Yeah.
incorporate. And so what I'm trying to do, talking about procrastination, I'm trying to set myself up for success where I keep my laptop in the bedroom, like on our dresser. So the first thing I do when I wake up is I see it, open it up, do a
going.
video, and then get on with my day. And so
I
the days
love
that I do
that.
that have been much nicer. And that's going to be my fitness for right now.
I love
Yeah,
that.
she's
I'm
fun.
for sure gonna look her up.
She's fun.
That's like my go-to.
Yeah.
Love. I still, for the last, however, since before the wedding, that's how I got in shape, was dancing to the Beyonce Homecoming Netflix special. I still do that.
Amazing.
Oh,
Like every
nice.
other day because I burn through. Do you guys remember the hip hop abs DVDs? I was just talking about this with somebody. Do you guys remember like those infomercials with Shaun T? You could buy the DVD set.
No.
Oh, I for sure bought that shit like 10 years ago and I wore it out.
Oh, that's great.
I love that.
Yeah. So hot tip. That's what I'm going to be working out to this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you,
Love
Del.
it.
Yeah.
I guess this is an update. I don't know what this would be. This is a fuck on myself, I guess. I need to find a new therapist, and I'm too afraid of confrontation, so I've just been like ghosting my current one. I need to call her or something and just be like, oh, okay. She's just not available enough. Like my schedule's just too crazy, and she won't do Skype sessions or anything, which is fine. Like some people don't do that, but I need someone who does.
Yeah.
With how much I'm traveling.
Yeah.
And but I'm so scared to. I've never fired a therapist.
Well,
I was
she
just
would
like
have to
stopped
understand.
going.
I
I mean,
mean,
yeah,
totally
she'll understand. I think,
understandable.
but I'm also just like. It's hard for me to end relationships because I'm not good at losing people, even if I'm paying them and they're, not important to me. But I've been seeing her for a year, and I spoke to my psychiatrist about it, and she was kind of like, okay, well, people sometimes want to stop going to therapy when it gets tough. And I'm like, no, I want to keep going. I just want to go to someone who can see me every week.
Yeah.
And because even my psychiatrist will do Skype sessions. She will text me, like she'll do phone calls, like we'll do all that stuff. And my current therapist just won't do any of that. I mean,
I would
even in
not-
a crisis.
Yeah,
like,
I would not be able to stick with therapy if I wasn't doing BetterHelp.
Yeah.
That I can do phone call, video call, all that kind of stuff. There's no
Right.
way I'd be able to stick with it. I just the scheduling is too.
Yeah.
It can be too challenging. I mean, I could, but it would just be a lot. I feel like.
Yeah.
That's totally understandable. It's not like you're saying I'm very unhappy with the services and I'm going elsewhere.
Right.
It's like it's really a scheduling thing.
absolutely.
That's totally
Yeah.
understandable. And
Yeah.
it's a lady, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna want you to have the care that you want. You know what I mean?
You'd
Like,
hope so. You feel so close to your therapist,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the day, you do realize like they don't care about me, like on a personal level. Like
That there are a lot of you.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
know?
she'll be able to recommend somebody though.
My psychiatrist recommended somebody,
Oh, good.
so I'm gonna
Okay, good.
call and see about that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's also just a weird time of the year, like with the holidays and stuff. Getting anything new going is a little
Yeah.
tough right now, and then January will come around and it'll be like full
Right.
steam ahead. But
Right.
Yeah.
right now it's just a weird time where you have to get stuff done but you don't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, that is tough ending that, especially if you're happy with them,
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Absolutely.
guys for listening, and hope you took away something. Procrastination, whether it's
butt stuff
butt stuff or procrastinating about getting your butt stuff taken care of.
Man.
I'm going to be at Sketchfest in San Francisco. I'm headlining the Punchline Comedy Club on Friday, January 24th. And then our first Self-Helpless tour date of the year, we're so excited, is Saturday, January 25th at 1 p.m. at the Punchline Comedy Club. So you can get tickets at kelseycook.com. Taylor, I don't know if do you have that on your website yet?
I don't know if I can because I'm headlining the San Jose
Ah,
Improv
that's right.
that weekend.
Okay.
I've been told it's okay because we're just doing a podcast. But just in case for that, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. But yeah, go to ttomcomedy.com for tour dates. I am in Texas first week of January, and then I am in Raleigh, North Carolina, January 9th through 12th, San Jose Improv, 23rd through the 26th, and Spokane, February 6th through 8th.
Hell yeah.
Cool. And then I just want to give one of my clients a big shout out. Shout out to Caro. She has a hilarious web series called Passengers. If you go to Instagram, it's Passengers the Show, and she is an incredibly talented character actor. She does like sketch and improv and all that stuff. You remember like when before Melissa Villasenor got on SNL and she would post
Yes.
those hilarious
Yeah.
videos on Instagram? 100% she's going to be on like a sketch show one day. She's
Wow.
so incredibly
that's
talented.
awesome.
You guys should absolutely go and watch the show and subscribe and all that.
this?
It's so she's so freaking good. So yeah, just shout out to her. And then if you are interested in working with me one-on-one with creative consulting, you can message me on Instagram at Delaney Fisher or send me an email, and I'm happy to give you some information and let you know if I have any availability to take you on and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just one more date before we go. I'm headlining Tacoma Comedy Club February 13th through the 15th. That's Valentine's Day weekend. I know we have a lot of helpsters in that area, so I just want to throw that date out there. I know it's a little ways away, but I want to be able to let you guys make plans if you want. So, all right, that's it. We good?
Yeah.
All right. We love you guys. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Self-Helpless. We love you guys so much. There are a few different ways you can support our show. You can leave us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really helps us move up the charts. You can also tell a friend about the show, post it on social media, and you can join our Patreon. It's where you can get bonus episodes from us and lots of really fun content and ways to interact with the show. That's at patreon.com/selfhelpless. And if you go to selfhelplesspodcast.com, that's where you can get links to all of our individual stuff. Delaney, where can people find you?
You can find me at DelaneyFisher.com. You can find the online courses there, one-on-one creative consulting, watch my comedy special, and find Dicks by Delaney there.
Perfect. Tay, where can people find you?
You can find me on ttomcomedy.com for tour dates and links to everything else social media-wise. I am at Taylor Tomlinson on Twitter and Instagram.
Perfect. You guys can find me at kelseycook.com for all my tour dates. My Instagram is at kelseycookcomedy. Twitter is at kelseycook. Please be sure to watch my foosball web series on YouTube called Wrists of Fury. I've had Delaney and Taylor on together. It was such a fun episode. And you can download and buy my album Savor It on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you find comedy albums. We also want to give a shout out to our amazing producer, Lauren Mahoney, and our amazing editor, Emma Erdbrink. We love you guys, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.